Here's Philip Cesar to Hagen. An 8-point lead by Crispa. Mariwasa in possession, and this could spark or ignite a rally. Oh, they won't do it with those turnovers. Ball goes off the floor. Black shirts will keep it. Again, the lineup: Cesar, Cruz, Hagen, Ubalde, Mamaril for Crispa, Poblete, Alolor, Javier, Robinson, and De La Cruz for the Mariwasa TMXers. Jimmy Javier providing a screen, and Poblete missed the shot. Ubalde, however, committed a foul on him. That's his first personal. Benji Poblete, who was blazing away with both barrels in the early going and still keeping the Mariwasa cause alive.
That's true, because even in the last upset victory they had over Gilbis, it was also Poblete who provided the scoring sack for Mariwasa. Could it be perhaps his sort of late maturing, as they say?
A late bloomer. All right, here's Glenn Hagen with a foul. Second foul on Alejo Alolore. Mon Cruz, who started out for Crispa in the first quarter, is back in the game. Freddy Ubalde now. Freddy Ubalde inching his way to the corner. Surprise turnaround. He gets it right back. Mamaril, he made sure about that one. 58-50, 8-point lead for the Redmanizers. One thing for this Glenn Hagen, when he plays defense, he really plays it all the way from court to court. 58-52. A steal by Robinson in midair. Is going for it. Won't go. Glenn Hagen now dashing down court. Philip Cesar banks it in. (60-52). The scoreboard here is rather slow to react. That's why I have to look at the other side. 8-point lead for the Redmanizers. Poblete, number 17. Watch this young man. It's been a one-man wrecking crew for Mariwasa. Robinson off the mark. Mamaril for the rebound. Hagen. Ubalde missing from the corner. Alolor with a great assist pass from De La Cruz.
I agree with that. That was a very great assist pass, great bounce pass.
Cesar going against Robinson. He took the shot rather haphazardly, but drew a foul from Robinson. 8 minutes and 48 seconds, third period. Crispa up by 6. Philip Cesar inbounding Mon Cruz. Mon Cruz provided a screen by Ubalde. Instead goes to another position. Cesar follows up. 62-54, 8-point lead for Crispa. Crispa looking for its 5th win in 7 games. They came into this encounter with a 4-2 slate. Their first loss was inflicted them by Toyota right on opening day. By Cristobal has been sent in by Baby Dalupan for Glenn Hagen. All right, a producer for a producer. Points producer, that is. Poblete. So Robinson is content merely to sink in the garbage.
And also go for the rebounds. This is what he should really be trying to do now. Go for the rebounds and also play good defense. This is the only way he can help his team with his injury.
Robinson fielded a tap. And they're slowing matters somewhat. De La Cruz cuts in. For a guy who is injured, he sure leaps very recklessly. You notice him hanging on the rim.
The one thing that I know about James Robinson, he's very, very determined. He takes his basketball seriously, and he's proving that right now. Despite his injury, he's going for everything.
Ubalde is being replaced by Atoiko. Oh, we've got a clutch of Crispa fanatics, that's what you call them, huh? On hand here at the Araneta Coliseum. Robinson. The rejection wasn't complete. Mamaril got a slice of his hand. No, Cesar got a slice of his hand. That's the first personal for Philip Cesar. Robinson is looking more and more frustrated. Finally got his 7th point. And it's 62-57, 5-point lead for Crispa. Well, the Redmanizers haven't got this game wrapped up. Not by a long shot. 7:37 left in the 3rd period. And the TMXers are still slugging it out despite a very, very mediocre 2nd quarter. Traveling, spotted on Cristobal. De La Cruz and Alalur are the backcourt candidates for Mariwasa. Poblete spots on a screen. And look at this. It's 62-59. Just 3 points separating the two clubs. Ko has to deliver. He didn't at that time anyway. Poblete is going to go for it. Got it.
Yes, he challenged Philip Cesar there. 4 straight points for Poblete, and now it's down to 1, 62-61.
Yes, sir, a 1-point game. Let's take a look at that marvelous acrobatic stunt pulled off by Poblete. 62-61. Ko blocked. Tries again. 2 miserable misses by Atoiko there. Alolor gives back the lead to Mariwasa.
Okay, you can see in that play that there were only 2 Crispa defenders there. Philip Cesar, Romy Mamaril, they were all lagging behind. So this was not the game that Crispa was playing in the 2nd quarter when they wanted to overhaul that 14-point lead.
All in the shot troops. Yes.
Also maybe to advise his player to play defense.
All right, Mamaril is being pulled out by Abid Gidaben, who did splendidly for the Redmanizers in the 2nd quarter, scoring all of his 11 points within that period. Cruz, number 14, on his jersey, jumps against Javier. Follow up by Cesar. Robinson going higher for the rebound. Mariwasa ahead by 1 point. So it's been a seesaw battle. Mariwasa first gaining the upper hand in the early going. Crispa getting the lead in the 2nd quarter, and in this 3rd period, Mariwasa came to life anew. The resurrection of the TMXers.
Only 3 seconds for them to shoot.
Alalor missed the shot.
There was no choice for him anymore.
By Cristobal losing it to the sideline. Mon Cruz is replaced by Bernie Fabiosa. Okay, Dalupan has got his big men, literally and figuratively, in there, and at the same time we have a moratorium. We'll be right back. James Robinson missing again. 5:32 left in the 3rd period. Mariwasa up by 1, 63-62. There is a beautiful interception by De La Cruz. And the Mariwasans have decided to adopt a new tack. They're slowing down the game, playing very deliberately and making their patterns fall into place.
Poblete continues to score for Mariwasa.
Poblete continues to burn. And it's now a 3-point lead, 65-62, and play is halted with Poblete committing a foul. That's his 2nd.
So far, Mariwasa has outscored Crispa in the 3rd quarter 19-8. So that's why it accounts for that 8-point deficit, and they're now up by 3.
By Cristobal, who was very effective in the early going, lost his touch, and so he's replaced by Len Hagan. Turnaround by Gidabin. The ball went in. It looks like it's not counted.
Foul, Javier.
Very well-timed foul by Jimmy Javier. Poblete has 28 points. Take a look at that. Was that a shot or was that a pass?
He was trying to pass off to Hagan, who was not anticipating that pass because Ate already went into the air, went up into the air.
That's a 3rd foul on Alejo Alolor. Alolor, by the way, perpetrated 5 steals. Gidabin. Here is the player whom we constantly refer to as a very unspectacular player. He doesn't go in for fancy tricks, but he is always reliable. He is very dependent, and he always delivers the goods. De La Cruz.
This another also a player who's very underrated but who's having a spectacular night tonight is De La Cruz for Mariwasa.
Definitely. Let's not fail to take note of that. Fabiosa.
There's TJ.
And what does TJ stand for, Andrew?
That's what Pingoy calls him for tough job, Fabiosa.
Tough job, Fabiosa. I like that. It's a 1-point game now. Mariwasa enjoying a precarious 1-point lead. Alolor, guilty of that one. Jesse Suliano is coming in, presumably for Alolor.
He was completely unaware that he was being substituted and still trying to defend against Glenn Hagan, who was positioned at under the basket.
That's intensity for you. We have another foul on that attempt by Gidabin. Jesse Suliano collecting his second foul for the evening, sending up at Gidabin, a new Bible Christian member. $67 all. And Crispa gets back the upper hand at 68-67 with 3:52 left in the third period. De La Cruz has it, confronted by Fabiosa. Robinson with a turnaround. He banks it in. That's his first spectacular shot he scored tonight. Here's Philip Cesar, covered by Robinson. Atoico can't make up his mind, decides to fire up Poblete. He made it, and he's got a chance for a grand slam. This is bad. How many fouls now for Benji? 3 fouls. Javier is replaced.
Yes, Vicente is coming in because I think Dodi Mego noticed that Abed Gidaben scored 4 consecutive points off Javier. Perhaps better positioning on the part of Vicente rather than Javier at this point.
Or possibly, for old time's sake, camaraderie. Not really. 71-69, 2-point lead for Crispa. Cesar got a piece of that leather, but Robinson regained it but missed the shot. Look at Fabiosa dashing down court. 3-on-1, foul. De La Cruz, that's his. Let's see it in slow-mo. No question about that. Bernie Fabiosa.
Martinez came in for Poblete, already has 3 fouls. I think he's being reserved for a while since we only have 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the third quarter. Maybe a full fourth quarter for Benji Poblete should he come back.
2 for 2 by Bernie Fabiosa. And when is he ever going to make it to the mythical 5?
Bernard?
Yes.
Well,
73-69.
It's really tough to go up against Jaworski and Atoico.
Here's Jesse Suliano. De La Cruz deep in the corner against Hagan. Suliano, they're working that ball around, trying to find an open man. They can't find one. Look at that umbrella defense by Gidabin and Philip Cesar. Gidabin was the culprit there. Gidabin has 15 points. Something. I've seen this happen in boxing a lot of times. A dazed and groggy boxer going to the wrong corner. But this is the first time I've seen it in basketball. A player going to the wrong bench during a timeout. And that happened to Gidabin just now after he committed that 4th foul of his. He's still on the floor. Baby Dalupan is keeping him in.
He has 15 points and 6 rebounds in the ball game so far for the Crispa Redmanizers.
De La Cruz.
8 points for De La Cruz. Good game for him.
Unerring hand from the 15-foot line. 73-71. Crispa up by 2. Here's Glenn Hagan. Fancy pass to Ko. Not really fancy, but it was a very crisply delivered pass. Fooled everybody. Left Ko open for that looper. 75-71. 4-point lead for the Redmanizers. Here's James Robinson. Yo-Yo Villamin is on him. Somebody got his elbow accidentally on the cheek of Robinson. I think that was Hagan's elbow. Suliano inbounding for Mariwasa. Martinez, 64 on his jersey. De La Cruz, number 8, against Fabiosa. Martinez jumping. Suliano with the offensive rebound. Oop, it almost went backward.
Oh, that was a great shot by De La Cruz. Great assist by James Robinson too.
Picture perfect. That was no less picture perfect by Bernie Fabiosa. 77-73. What is it that happens after a great performance like that that sort of makes the players languid and then leave their defenses completely open?
Yes, also in that case, well, after the shot of Robinson, where we have a three-point play, De La Cruz and Suliano were both playing down court, and so there was no anchor. We could see that it was James Robinson who tried to intercept the pass to Bernard Fabiosa.
Robinson scoring from the charity stripe, and it's 77-76. A minute and 43 left in the third period. Glenn Hagan getting a foul from Jesse Suliano.
Foul Suliano.
Well, this is exactly how we figured the game would go. Well, we didn't figure exactly on the definite scores, but certainly we figured it was going to be as tight as this, knowing full well how Mariwasa, right at the start of this tournament, demolished and performed a giant killing feat by tripping Toyota. So Crispa had better watch out too. 78-76 with a minute and 37 left, third period. Suliano has it. Robinson guarded by Villamin. Vicente almost losing it to the end line. Ko sticking to him like a barnacle. Here is Robinson trying to shake off Villamin. He banged into Villamin, and he's guilty of a charging foul. No foul. Traveling error. Neither. Turnover. Hit the jackpot that time. 78-76. Here's Gidavin.
That was a real great shot by Abid Gidavin. He continues to perform well for the Redmanizers. That's the reason why, despite having 4 fouls, he's still in the ball game. They really need him because Mamaril has not been performing well. Neither has been Villamin.
And I seldom see him perform or execute a hook shot like that.
Semi-hook, yes.
It's 80-78. What do we have here?
We have a turnover in favor of Mariwasa. De La Cruz, playing good anchor for the team, was able to swipe the ball. It touched Fabiosa before it went out.
Suliano and De La Cruz are partners in the backcourt for Mariwasa. And here's Vicente against Gidabin. Gidabin unable to do anything about that.
Yeah, so we have a tied ball game with 23 seconds to go in the third quarter.
20 seconds, yes, and counting down. 80 all is the count. Unproductive play by Crispa. Suliano dashing for the basket. He's got it.
Mariwasa takes the lead.
Hey, listen to this. Gidabin has scored 7 out of 7 from the field for a 100% scoring clip.
Okay, we have only 4 seconds left in the third quarter.
Foul Villamin.
Yoyoy Villamin committing a foul with only 3 ticks left. Mariwasa enjoying a 2-point lead. And that's it for the third period. We'll be back with a home stretch in just a moment.